Hello everyone, this is Praveen Kumar and welcome back to the Hellers classes. In the last video, I discussed about what are the different kinds of cements and cement properties and as well as their chemical composition, classification and manufacturing methods as well as what are the different tests to be conducted over these cements, and these are been discussed up to the previous videos. So I hope you understood what a basic idea or the cement. So in this video I'm going to discuss about a few objective type questions which may be asked in any competitive examinations or which have been asked in competitive examinations like GATE, IAS or something like SSCGI examinations, and I'm going to discuss about objective type of questions regarding the cement. So I hope these may be useful to you. So if you like this video, please subscribe and view, and for the latest updates please watch my channel. So here I am proceeding with the objective type of questions on cement, and I am starting with the mixture of different ingredients of cement is burnt at 1000 degrees, 1200, 1400 and 1600 degrees centigrade. So this has already been discussed in the manufacturing process of cement. So approximately we have to burn the cement at a temperature of about 1300 or 1400 to 1500 degrees centigrade. So we can choose that 1400 degrees centigrade as one of the best answer for this question if we choose, or if we choose a 1500 also, there is a different way. So next one is hydration of cement is due to chemical composition of water with tricalcium silicate and tricalcium silicate, dicalcium silicate and tricalcium aluminate, tricalcium aluminate and tetracalcium aluminate ferrate and all the above. So if you go through the manufacturing process and as well as chemical composition, so each and every Bogue compound will produce a certain amount of heat of hydration at different ages of cement. So the each and every component will definitely exhibit a little bit amount of hydration process. So everything is an answer for this. So answer is all the above. So the next one, the commonly used material in the manufacture of cement is sandstone, slate, limestone and graphite. If you go through the manufacturing process of cement, sandstone is not used, slate is also not used in the manufacturing, and graphite is also not used in the manufacturing, and only the thing is limestone. So the raw material used for the cement manufacturing is limestone and clay, which means limestone is the best answer for this. So next one, Vicat apparatus is used for. This has already been discussed in the test to be conducted over the cement for fineness, consistency, setting time and soundness. And for this, if we don't have the consistency test in our options, so we can proceed with the setting time, but there is a consistency has been all this is indicated here, so that's why we have to proceed for consistency. Even setting time is also been calculated, but for the the first and foremost thing we need to calculate is consistency, so that's why we need to choose that. Next one, pick up the correct statement for chemical ingredients of cement. If you go through the chemical composition about this cement, so options are lime, silica, alumina, iron oxide with 63, 22, 6 and 3. So here the silica, lime, alumina, iron oxides of same composition, alumina, silicate, lime and iron oxides of same composition 63, 22, 6 and 3. Iron oxide, alumina, silica, lime with the same composition, the maximum amount of occupied component is the lime in the manufacturing of cement, and the second most occupied is the silica, then the third one is alumina, the last one is the iron oxide. So if you go through the first one, lime, silica, alumina, iron oxide is best one for the manufacturing. So addition of pozzolana to ordinary Portland cement causes decreases in early strength, reduction in chemical action with sulfates, increase in shrinkage, and all the above. So if you go through the different kinds of cements, there is a Portland pozzolana cement that we can observe. Otherwise, if we add that pozzolanic materials to the ordinary Portland cement, the early strength will reduces and increases in somewhat shrinkage and reduce the chemical action with the sulfates. In most of the marine structures, we are proceeding with the pozzolanic, so that's why answer is all the above. So addition of pozzolana to the cement causes the same question. Likewise, the options are, so addition of pozzolana to cement causes reduces in permeability, increases in curing, loss of heat of hydration, and all the above. So if you go through this, so we can able to observe, so pozzolanic materials are very fine materials. If you insert the fine materials, permeability will reduce, and curing strength, that is the initial curing strength, is also somewhat increased because the setting time is slowly it will be happening. So loss of heat of hydration, even the heat of hydration wherever we require very less amount. So that's why to reduce the cracks which are happening in cement, so we need to use the pozzolanic materials in cement. So that's why answer is all the above. And this you can get in the types of cements or Portland pozzolana cement topic. So next one is pick up the correct statement from the following. Lime in excess cause the cement to expand and disintegrate. That is the first option to choose. Next one, silica in excess causes the cement to set slowly, as well as magnesium oxide in excess remains in free state and makes the cement unsound, and all the above. So if you go through this, everything is the right one. So lime in excess causes expansion, silica causes slow setting, and magnesium oxide causes. If you go through the manufacturing process and chemical composition of the cement, so you can able to observe what are the different properties of silica, lime, as well as iron oxide and alumina. These properties you can able to observe in the manufacturing process or chemical composition part. So next one, you asked to construct a massive dam. The type of dam you will choose is ordinary Portland cement, low heat cement, rapid hardening, and blast furnace slag. So in most of the cases, dams or massive structures are to be constructed. So without any formation of cracks, we need to select a cement. So low heat cement, which causes very less amount of cracks. So that's why we can able to choose a low heat cement. So the reason you can go through the what are the different kinds of cements have been there and what are the properties of low heat cement. So next one, for construction of structures in sea, the cement gradually or cement generally preferred to is Portland pozzolana cement, low heat, quick setting, rapid hardening. So if you go through the Portland pozzolana cement, the basic advantage is the sulfate resisting attack will be reduced in the Portland pozzolana cement. So best one is the Portland pozzolana cement. Percentage of pozzolanic materials containing clay up to 8% used in the manufacturing of pozzolana cement, which is about 30%, 40%, 50%, 60%. So if you go through the manufacturing process of Portland pozzolana cement, if clay has been used for 80%, so then the pozzolana cement is about 30%. For an ordinary Portland cement, residual does not exceed 10% when sieved through ISU number 9. Soundness varies from 5 to 10. Initial setting time is not less than 30 minutes. That is the third one. So next one, all the above. So in general, sieve number 9 is not been indicated. Soundness may be 2 to 3 also. The maximum numbers are only 5 and 10. It may be varies from different categories also. For ordinary Portland cement, the best one is initial setting time does not less than 30 minutes. So it should not be less than 30 minutes. So that is the answer for the ordinary Portland cement, which you can go through the different types of tests to be conducted on cement also. Next one, pozzolana cement is used with the confidence of construction of dams, massive foundations, abutments, and all the above. Even whatever the structures that we need to construct using the Portland pozzolana cement, so we can able to construct the massive structures, whatever it may be, abutment or massive foundation or dams. So all the above we can choose. Efflorescence in cement is used to an excess of alumina, iron oxide, silica and alkalis, and this part I think already been you learned in the manufacturing brick process. Only because of alkalis we have the efflorescence problem. The next one, the cement whose strength is a little lower than the ordinary cement during the first 3 months but attains afterwards the same strength is known as, that is, low heat Portland cement, Portland blast slag cement, rapid hardening Portland cement, Portland pozzolana cement. These are the options for this. So if you go through the different kinds of cements which we have been used, and if you go through the low heat cement explanation part, you can observe that. So thank you, and we will continue with the aggregates part in the next video.